Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with something that I've actually been trying to do for about 6 months. This is a puzzle by Zetamath. And the reason I've been trying to do a puzzle by Zetamath for a while is I think it was back in January, we were attempting to do a series of basically a puzzle cycle of the four creators who originally set up on what is the Discord server that is now called the Puzzle Plaza, which was Ranksk, myself, Scott Strosal, and Zetamath. And when we did that. We created puzzles and passed them on to the other person, and it kind of fell apart because Zetamath could never see a puzzle that I could solve because I'm kind of the weakest solver out of the four of us, and I fully acknowledge that. And or at least I was back then, but they've also got better, so probably still true. And Zetamath has this tendency to set incredibly hard puzzles, and because Zetamath is a mathematician, have a lot of very detailed math in them, which is my weak point. So Zetamath had sent me a few puzzles saying, oh, this is one of my easiest ones. And after 2 hours of me sitting there ripping what hair I have out, I could not complete them. And it was always, I mean, I'm not angry that Zetamath sets puzzles like that, but I always wanted to do a Zetamath puzzle. And this is a puzzle that Zetamath contacted me yesterday. So my time, overnight my time, and said, here is a puzzle I've created specifically to introduce a constraint, and I think it's very easy and would be appropriate. And I sent it off to a tester who came back saying, yeah, this is exactly the sort of thing that you're looking for. So I'm looking forward to giving this one a shot. So this is Target Practice by Zetamath. Before I get onto the puzzle, please check out Skilling Sudoku, link to that below. 30 killer Sudoku puzzles for experienced solvers designed to have a lot of fun in there. And for newer solvers, the first 15 puzzles in particular designed to teach you a lot of killer Sudoku tricks. If you want to submit a puzzle to me, my submission guidelines are below. If you want to follow me on Twitter to get updates for when I release puzzles that aren't going to the main channel as videos and everything, check there. Yeah, lots of stuff going on. Links below to all sorts of stuff. Target Practice by Zetamath. The link to the Puzzle Plaza Discord is also below, where there are channels where you can follow Zetamath, you can follow Ranksk, you can follow Scott Strosal, follow myself. So the discussion rooms for all of those channels are in there. There's also other solvers in there. There's Asylum, there is GeoGessa, Sven has got his discussion channel there now. So yeah, really cool place to hang out. Anyway, let's have a look at this puzzle. So this is a double arrow puzzle, and I've never solved a double arrow puzzle myself before. I've seen a few, and it's really cool for me to get an introductory puzzle to a constraint because I like doing that. So how does this work? So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Then you've got this constraint that I've seen a few times covered, and I've seen puzzles around covering using this constraint, called double arrow. And what double arrow is the digits, and I'll read this out, the digits in each line, so pick a line, and I'll pick this one, sum to the same number as the circles at either end of the line. So these 4 cells will sum to the same total as these 2 cells. These 2 cells will sum to the same total as these 2 cells. These 2, the same as these 2. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the same as those 2. So what you end up with is they're kind of like arrows, but I think they're called double arrows because you need to consider both heads of the arrow when you're using the arrow. So yeah, I'm trying to say they're like something else, but they're kind of not. Yeah, so they're their own constraint. So they're the rules that we've got. I have been told this one flows very well and is approachable. I do not know what I'm in for, so let's give this a shot. Now, one thing I do know is I am absolutely going to be using my calculator because I know this is 13 in 4. Now, 13 in 4 must have a 1 in it, so there is a 1 in one of those, but that's what I've got so far. Now, there has to be a 4 down here and a 7 up here. I don't think I can put a 7 in the 13 because... Now, the question is, with a normal arrow, you can't repeat a digit on the arrow, but with this, I think you could. Now, I couldn't put a 7 on this because then the other 3 would have to add to 4. So 7 is in one of those two. But if I was to put, I can't put a 4 in here either, but the concept of being able to repeat a digit on its own arrow is possible. So for example, if this was a 9, I could put a 4 on here if the other 3 digits added up to 9. But in this case, I can't put a 4 on this because if I put a 4 on this, the other 3 digits would have to add up to 7, and the only way to make 7 is 1, 2, 4, and I've doubled the 4. So I can't put 4 here, and I can't put 4 here, so there's a 4 on here. So what I've got is I've got 13 without 7, 13 in 4 without 7 or 4. Is that possible? This is not 13, this is 11. What am I even talking about? There's a reason why I struggle with math puzzles. 7 plus 4 is not 13, it's 11. The logic I came up with here is still perfectly valid. The fact that I can't put 7 on here because then the other 3 cells would have to add up to 4. And I can't put 4 up here because the other 3 would have to add to 7 and everything. That's all cool and worth noting. But these sum to 11, and there's only one way to make 11. 1, 2, 3, and 5. I know what those digits are. So I learned something by doing something wrong. And I'm not angry at myself for that. I probably should be. Now, a 4 in here is upped the minimum here. Because the minimum here now is 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 is 17. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is 6, 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6 is 17. So this has to be an 8, 9 pair. And this has to be 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. Because I can't put a 4 into it. Because if I increase any of these by any amount at all, I would need to increase one of those, and I can't do it. So these are known to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and 9. And I can't put the 4 there. So this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now these, wait a minute. If this is a 9, 7, these would need to sum to 16. And the only way to make 16 is with 9 and 7. So this has to be the 8. This has to be the 9. These have to sum to 15, which means these are 6 and 9. Which is the only other way to make 15, and there's no 6 in here. Very cool. Yeah, and 6 is down here. I was about to say 6s line up, so I have to put 6 down here, but I just got that. Now, where am I looking now? Now I've got to move away from where I've been given information, and that's out of my comfort zone. So I need to put an 8 somewhere along here. Is that what I'm looking at? Got to put an 8 somewhere along here. I've got to put a 9 somewhere in here. Oh, this 9 looks up. This is the 6 and this is the 9. So this is the 7 and this is the 6. Okay. Got to put a 4 in here somewhere. 1, 2, 3. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minimum I can put in here. Actually, the minimum I can put in here is actually, I've got to put an 8 down here. Wait a minute, do I? No. Yes? Yes. There's an 8 on this line. In fact, there's a 7 on this line as well. There's an 8 and a 7 on this line. So the minimum here is 15. Plus 2 other digits. But the max 15 plus 2 other digits is 15. If 15 plus 1 and 2 is 18, which is the maximum I can make two single-digit numbers. That's a 9. And this is 1, 2, 7, 8. And there's no 7 or 8 there. So there's no 1 or 2 up here. This is the 3, 5. There's no 3, 5 here. This is the 1, 2. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is a 4. And this is a 1. This is a 3 or a 5. So down here I've got 3, 4, 5. So this is a 9 and this is an 8. So that is 17. These need to sum to 13. And I can't use 9, 4. I can't use 8, 5. So this has to be 7, 6. So I have to put 6 and 7 down here. Which means these sum to at least 13 plus something else. But I know... So there has to be a 9 in one of these, because these are 1, 2, 3, 5, and 9. And if I was to put 3 and 5 in here, I've blown the total. So one of these has to be 9, and I can't put it there. This is the 9. And these are 1, 2, 3, 5. But 9 plus 3 doesn't get me high enough. So this is the 5, and there's no 5 in those. And there's no 5 there. So these are 14. This is 13. So this is 1, 6, and 7. And there's no 1 here. This is the 2, 3. This is the 1. This is the 2. There's no 1 or 2 here. This is a 3, 5 pair. And I know what this is. What? So far, this is exactly the sort of introductory puzzle to a constraint that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 is what's missing from the row. So these are 14. This is 12. That's, no. 14, 12. That's a 2. Math. 14 and 12. The difference between 14 and 12 is 2. This is not 2, this is not 2. In fact, none of those are 2. This is a 1, 7, 8, so I can take 1 from out of there. Right. 2 is down here somewhere. Now, this is 5. Last time I said I didn't know where to look, I then found something. So I'm assuming that's going to happen again. I am making an assumption. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3 with that. So this sums to 6. Well, that's a 1. See, I told you I'd find something. This is beautifully designed. So this is 5 without being 1, 4. That's a 2, 3, which resolves... Wow. So smooth. Soft as a baby's. 1, the 2 here makes this 3 and this 2. This is a triple now, which is going to do a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Now you can't put a 5 here, because while I was thinking before about can you repeat a digit on a line and an arrow, and the answer is maybe, you can't here, because if this was 5, 5, these would have to be the same, and that would be 2 same digits. So this is not the 5. There is a 5 over here. So this is 5, this is 5. So this has to either be 4 or 8. And no, that's wrong. That is completely wrong. This is 5, this is 5. So I've got 10 plus whatever this is. This is 9. So this has to be 1 higher than 5 or 8. So this has to be 6. No, hang on. I'm getting the math wrong here. 5 and 5 means there's 10 plus 4 or 8 on this line. So this, yeah, this has to be 1 higher than the 4 or the 8 that goes on this line. So this has to be 5 or 9, and it can't be 9. So this is 5, which means this is not 8. This is a 4-5 pair. This is the 8. And this 5 makes this 4 and this 5. Again, really cool. And a beautiful introductory piece of logic. It's just Bremster is not great at math. Now, this has to be 3 higher than this. So if this is 4, this is 7. If this is 6, this is 9. And they're the only possibilities. And that's because this is 3 higher than this. So this has to make up the difference. Now, is it here I want to look? Or is it along here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I can't put 4 or 9 there. I can't put 4 there. Maybe here? I've got to put 5 and 8 down there with either the 6 or the 7 that I don't use. Five is in one of these two by Sudoku, which means 5, yeah, 5 is down here. So 5 is in one of these two. Now, if this is 5, then this has to be 1 lower than this, which would make it 6 or 8, which is all fine. Well, it'd have to be 8, 9, and then this would be 6. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so what have I missed? Now, this is sort of a backwards arrow. This is the sum of those two digits. This is, I mean, it still could be a 9. 9 in this box is in one of those 4. Could it be there? If this is low and these are moderately high? Oh, this is a 5 because of the 5 here. Because 5, yeah, where does 5 go in this box? 5 goes here. Okay, so that does give me a relationship here. This has to be 1. This is 1 higher than this, so this is 1 lower than this. This is 6 or 8. So up here, well, I had to put a 1 or a 2 up here always. And a 3. This is, 6. This is an 8. So these are 13. These have to sum to 13. This is the 9. This is 3 lower because of the relationship here. This is the 6. I missed this 1, 2, 3 triple. And that relationship, the 5, that did everything. The 8 makes this 9, which means these are not 9. This 1, 2, 3 triple. There's no 6 in here now. There's probably more going on that I am not seeing. There is no 8 here. So this is 6, 7, or 9. The 8 is looking down, making this 4 and 8. 1, 2, 3. There's a 4 down here. Yeah, very cool. I just need to be better at Sudoku. This is 3D. Oh, there's no 9 here. So this is 4, 7, or 8. So there's a 4 in here. So there's a 4 down here. Could that be 4? If that's 4, these are 1 and 3. Actually, I need to put a 1 and a 3 down here. I actually need to put a 1 and a 3 down here. So it is actually very possible. Yeah. Okay. This 6 looks down, meaning that's not 6. So 6 is in one of those two. It is not surprising to me my stumbling block is Sudoku. 9 is down in one of those two. So these are 14. Don't forget the main rule set I'm working with. So these have to sum to 14. So if this is 8, 14, 14, 14. So if this is 4, this sums to 10, which I can do. If this is 7, this sums to 7. If this is 7 or 8, I've blown the total. If this is 7, these would have to sum to 7. 7, 0, 8 minus 1. If this is 8, these would have to sum to 8 and 7. I've already blown the total. This is a 4. This is not the 4. These now have to sum to 10, which means this is not the 1. This is a 2 or a 3. This is a 4, which means 4 is down here. These sum to 10. Well, it got me that 4. And put 4 down here somewhere. Did that not do more? That's not a 9. Hang on. 4, 6, 7, 8 in 3 cells. I've missed more Sudoku, haven't I? That 4 now makes this 8, which makes this 4. The 8 jumps back, making this 7, and this 6. This had to sum to 10, so this is 3. Yeah, I'm Sudoku. The 7 makes this 8. 8, hit the right digit. 1, 6, 7. The 3. There's no 6 in here. This is 7, 9. Okay. Right. Now, these arrows have been resolved for moderately ages, but this is all still good, I think. So I need to get some more traction down here. So this... So what can this be? It can be 1, can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 7, or 9. But this leaves a lot of options here. These sum to 10, 12. Well, they can't sum to 16. Because if this is 7, these would have to sum to 16. Right, if this is 7, these would have to sum to 16, which I'd mean is I'd have to put another 7 in here. If this is 9, these both have to be 8. So this is not 7 or 9, this is 1 or 3. Okay, that's potentially useful. So this is either 10 or 12. Now, for this to be 10, this would have to be the high digit, this would have to be the low digit. So it would be 4 and 6. That's the only way to make 10. If this is 12, I can't use 9, 3. 8, 4 would have to go in this order. 7, 5 would go in that order. And that's it. So that's not as helpful as I want. So this is 1, 3, or 7. So if this is 1, this is 3, and this is 4. If this is 3, this is 1, and this is 4. If this is 7, and this is 1, this is 8. And so I can't do 7, 1. If this is 7, 3, this is 10. This can't be a 7. This is 1, 3, this is 4, this is 7. So I've got the 1, 3's resolved. This is now 7 or 9, and this is 9. So this is 7, this is 9. This 7 looks like making this 6 and this 7. This is now 4. These are 5, 6, and 8. This is a 3, 5 pair, so this is a 4. Someone better at math would probably do better at this puzzle, but you know, I'm having fun. So, I can't make 10 anymore because I can't put 3 there. So this has to be a 3 and this has to be a 5, and the 5 comes out of those. So 5 comes out of there. In fact, this is 6, and I take 6 out of those. So this is 6, 8. Now, this is now the 9 because of Sudoku. This is 1, 7, and 8. I'm just confirming. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep. 1, 7, and 8. I can't put 7 there. I can't put 8 there. Now, this line is going to have to resolve everything. So these are 1, 2, 6, and 8. Surely 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Yes, 1, 2, 6, and 8. Oh, this is the 1, so there's no 1 here. There's a 1 here. This can't be a 1 because these would have to sum to 2, and that's not going to happen. The minimum these can sum to is 6. So this can't be a 2. So this is 6 or 8, and these sum to 7 or 9. I can't do 1, 2, 4, so this is the 8, this is the 1, this is the 7, this is not the 8. This is this is the 6, this is the 2. Now these have to sum to 9. Now the triple here we've got is 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. But I can't do 2 on this line, so I can't put 6 on this line. The 6 goes here, 1, 3, 5 sums to 9. This 5 gives me the order. This is the 3, this is the 5. The 3 makes this the 2, and this the 3. The 2 makes this the 1, and this the 2. The 6 comes out of here, and this 7 gives me 1 and 7. This 6 resolves the 8 and the 6. There is no 8 here. There's no 2 here. In fact, the 1 makes this 7. The 7 comes out of those. The 1, 8 is resolved. 1 and 8. This 3 makes this 5, which makes this 3, which makes this 2. And I'm nearly done. Yep. This 5 makes this 3 and this 5. And that is target practice by zetamath. That is a phenomenal introduction to double arrows puzzles. And I can finally say I have done a zetamath puzzle without it being something that I felt was way beyond me. Zetamath says amazing puzzles. I love watching zetamath puzzles get solved. I just find them really, really hard. That's me. Other people don't find them as tricky as I do. Zetamath is a wonderful setter, and I wish I could do more of his puzzles. Maybe I need to start looking at them again. Although, you know, I know this one was set specifically to be a little bit easier. That's great. I love that one. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Zeta, for sending that one through. Thank you for thinking of me when you created this and calling it out and sending it to me specifically. I really do appreciate that one. Wow. And I hope people enjoyed the double arrows constraint. Yeah, I do like doing introductory to constraint videos, and that was a really good one. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the puzzles. I hope you're enjoying the channel. Please subscribe if you're not. It really does help YouTube present my channel to other people, and all I'm trying to do is bring puzzles to as many people as possible. Yeah, please grab packs and stuff. And the most important thing is, I suppose, have fun and good luck with your solving.